You know, people don't really talk about how you go through the same emotions and the same process when breaking up with family that you do when you break up with a significant other. I am literally going through a breakup right now. I had to cut off a big chunk of my family just weeks ago after the hurricane. A situation came up, some decisions were made to where I feel like my safety was placed beneath personal feelings. I'm at a point in my life where you only got one time to show me, because you get to a point where you get to this big old age. All right, almost 40, nearing 40. You get to this big old age, and some things are just not mistakes anymore. Some things are not learning curves and lessons anymore. These are just deliberate fucking choices, right? So I had to cut off a big chunk of my family. My grandmother had 4 daughters, and one of her daughters, along with her children, cut them all off. Because that was a really heavy situation. Like, I don't do this playing both sides. And you can only be neutral for so long. Right is right and wrong is wrong. So not only did that happen just weeks ago, I'm literally going through a breakup with a family member that my sister actually just reminded me there was. But before last week, we had never, ever had a blowout the way we did a week ago. Like, never. We'd never had anything really personal between us, you know, that will cause such friction prior to a week ago. But the way I was treated and how she doesn't see a problem with her actions lets me know it's time to cut it off. Excuse me. And I think I'm having such a hard time with this, not only because I'm walking away. This is a relative that I live with right now. When I leave, which is any day now, I'm not looking back ever. And I mean ever. She's never going to change. Never going to change. This is all happening as the holidays are approaching, right? And the holidays have always been big for me. They've always been big for our family. And I'm having to make these cuts. Now, spiritually, I get it. I'm a very spiritual person. And I ain't talking about this, you know, this trendy spiritual shit that's going on. So I see things spirit first, physical second. So I get it, right? It's very much necessary. The separation is very much necessary. But I'm finding myself actually grieving it. I'm actually grieving it. This is insane. Because I never would have thought, you know, grieving a family member, you know, a relationship ending with a family member would feel just like, you know, the grieving of separating from somebody that you've been in love with. But love is love, whether it's an in love or just a, you know, familial love. Love is love. When you love a motherfucker, when it's family, you know, and you have to cut it off, it hurts. It hurts. And I've been grieving. Today is Monday. This is Veterans Day. I've been grieving all weekend. Like, I even shed tears. The tears started coming Saturday night because I know this is over. When I leave and give this girl her key back, this is done. It's done. I'm never looking back. And I'm grieving. I'm grieving it. Yeah. Grief is grief. No matter who it is, grief is grief. And I am grieving the separation from my family. Because it's like, you know, family, that's all you got, your family. But then, of course, you get to this age and this understanding and this level of growth to understand that no matter who it is, no matter what title they have, If they're not safe for you emotionally, they got to go. If they're not safe for you spiritually, they got to go. They cannot be in your everyday life. They cannot be in your space anymore when they're just not safe. And I'm making the cut. So, sending some love. If you're having to go through a family breakup, because it hurts. It hurts.